How's that? How's it going, everybody? We are back for another trading session. You guys get to see me twice in a day, man. Y'all are blessed, and you get to see my beautiful face again. Y'all are welcome, super welcome. You get to see my beautiful face. Had my webcam off this morning, but we are live and we're good. We're back. That's what matters. We're back, baby. That's what matters. Anyways, what an eventful day. Very choppy, but kind of to be expected just because we are in the we're in the chop zone. Let's take a look at the daily chart. And this is what I was talking about yesterday, where I was like, man, we're in the zone where we're chopping in between this range. So it's just barcoding, and gonna see a lot of fighting back and forth, which you know nothing wrong with that. I actually prefer this kind of market over like a when we're at all time highs. It's super hard to trade that, if I'm being honest. The easy thing is like, hey, why don't we just go long right at the top? But here's the thing, it's not always as simple as it looks. And maybe it does need to be simple. And maybe I am just making it harder. But I wish this mic had a mute button so you don't have to hear me cough and keep moving it away. But if y'all don't tune into the stream this morning, we made about $500, close to six. I think we were like 593 or something like that. So this is my current balance. This is a funded account. The balance now is at 52, 148, and 50 cents. I do this is with Apex, and then I have another platform that I passed with. I just now have to I need to log into that account and log in to flip a day because I'm not gonna get it tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to wait until Monday. So I'll pass it tomorrow at midnight when they log it, and then after that, I'll be able to trade it out as a funded account again come Monday. Kind of sucks that I blew it because I was a moron with my other one with that prop firm, but hey. Oh, sorry. I know that was very close. All right, I'm back now. I'm paying attention. I'm here, boss. You have my undivided attention. I will do whatever you ask me. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Above VWAP, we are punching up. Let's see, we open no gap this time. Beautiful. Beautiful. No gap with this open this time. Although today was pretty eventful. Just gonna talk about it, but I kind of just sorry. Trying to adjust my camera here. You had this whole little junk over here where it just went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down, and then it chopped. But overall, not my problem. Not my problem. My only problem is making money. Just kidding. I mean, it's been good, so I don't want to get too high, get off the top of my head. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Let's see here. Let's go look at the trading details. Day one. Should be on day two. We're moving up, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to come up here? Back to 25,120. Did my camera freeze? Oh, right. We're good. My webcam's kind of janky. I got to get a new one. We're not getting as much price action movement as we have the past couple of nights. Past couple of nights have been really pretty good, to be honest. Which ain't bad. Let's see, getting some little bit of weakness here. 5 minute though, looks bullish. But this is the Asia Open, so don't really know what's gonna happen. If when you see I'm looking this way too, I'm looking at my other screen. So that's why I'm not looking at the camera. Not looking at you, I'm looking this way. Because I need to look at my other screen. There's not much going on here either, so I don't want to just stare at it. It's like watching paint dry. I don't want that. So sometimes it does backfire because I get distracted. I miss my entry. Just like today I've missed a couple entries because I got distracted. But it's okay. We ended up positive. That's what matters. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Getting a move up here. Looks like the Bulls are in control here. I mean, this is like a textbook bull flag breakout. You draw that out right there. Boom. I mean, it don't get better than that, but this is Asia Open. And nobody could have predicted that, right? But what's going to happen? I think the past couple of nights we've just been selling from what it looks like. So is this the night that we get a bull rally? Let's go ahead and remove that line here. I mean, it looks like we are in an uptrend, if you ask me. You know? Got the level up here. So what is that? 35 to 55, 20 points. There we go. Now, what are the chances that it gets up here and then it just freaking vomits? Just tanks all the way back down here to freaking what? 24,780? That would be a move. That's like a 300 point move. I went 220. Which, I mean, could be very possible, you know? Hold on, y'all. Let me do something. Alright, let's see how that does. Boom. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Get some lighting up in here. Look at that. Makes my camera quality, I can't speak, look just that much better. Insane. I forgot that I had that. I've had it for the longest time, this little desk thing. Ooh, 5 minutes, not looking so hot. Take a look at ES. ES is kind of doing this pullback. I mean, I wouldn't be too overzealous for a short here. Something like that would be a pretty cool play. One thing I like about trading with Tradevate is, I think other firms, whatever software apps have their little thing where you can draw out your liquidity and stuff. But with this, if I just hover over my entries, I get to see exactly where my stop loss and take profits are. Let's see, 31. Yeah, looks like they're going to go up here. I mean, 50's coming up and 50's on site. Just have to wait and see. This is probably going to be one of those little, weak pullbacks, and then it just rockets up. Weak little pullback to move on to the upside. If you are watching this after the fact, I am trading a funded account. So right now, that's, to be honest, the only thing I have. I have one. But just because it's one doesn't mean it's not mighty. It may be small, but there's power and the undying will not to give up. Take that for some motivation. Looks like we're pushing on up. Oh, that was the time to get in down here, but I got distracted. It is what it is. It is what it is. Definitely don't want to be chasing this now. Or do I? No, I'm just kidding. Let's not be stupid. I'm already locked in day 3. Okay, a good bullish close. I mean, it looks like bulls are just stalling out here to break above. You got 60s, and then you got this level up here, 100s. If they do break out of this range, though, I mean, I think there's a good chance we may see 100. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. As always, this stream is for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Remember that. Oh no! What's going on? Okay. Jeez, my freaking trade of eight spazzing out. There we go, breaking 45. ES is still moving up, so the pair are moving in congruency, which is great. That's how I kind of trade it. I like looking at ES whenever I'm trading NASDAQ as well. If ES is going down, but NASDAQ is going up, vice versa, I might be a little bit hesitant to join. I will say though, it feels like a Wednesday because I'm normally home on Wednesday, so it doesn't feel like a Thursday, and tomorrow's a Friday, which is great. ES is pulling back, about to form maybe a red candle, going to the red. Just trying to be patient here. There's nothing really happening, so I don't just want to get in a trade. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, chill here and see what comes up. I always said I am definitely digging this freaking little wave mic arm. It is nice not having to have my mic down on my desk, so I have a little bit more room, kind of to wiggle around. All right, pulling back. Kind of set up a little bit for a mini bull flag up here. The question is, will it hold? I mean, VWAP's right here, so something like this, a VWAP rejection would be not bad. Take a cheap trade. I don't think it would be bad at all. Let's see, how do we react to VWAP? Might be able to get a cheap trade if we come down here, squeeze some people out up here. Would not be bad. Squeeze out some people. Although it may not go to VWAP, it doesn't have to happen. We're a little bit far from it, so this could be just a pullback and then it rallies up, but I'm not going to chase it up here. I don't have an appetite to chase it right now. My VWAPs are a little bit different, though. I am going to be honest. It's a little bit annoying because on the 3-minute, VWAP is at 25. And VWAP on the 5-minute is at 24. It's a little bit frustrating, if you know me. Whoa. Oh, okay. We just zoomed in too much. I was like, what happened to my candles? No. Is it really going to break out here with just that little pullback? Come on, Nasdaq. I wanted to see you come down here. Reject off of VWAP. That would have been a nice cheap trade. I mean, all my trades are pretty cheap anyways. They're called base hits. The best thing ever. It's my bread and butter. Start at the gate. Try to get a little win first. Stack up the wins. Get my mind right. Because if your mind's not in the right spot, it definitely can make trading a little bit harder. A new candle is going to be opening up here in about 15 seconds. We've got a new candle opening up here in about 8 seconds now. Looks like that might have been the pullback. This little weak bull flag to push it up to 55. That's a good close. Here we go. Whoop. Pulling back, pulling back. We're pulling back. I am a little bit disappointed. We're not getting much volatility. Past couple of nights have been pretty great. Not gonna lie. I mean, solid. We're getting good movement. Now it's really like Asia session, which Asia session usually is slow like this either way. So I have been kind of spoiled by the past couple of nights, but kind of just sucks sometimes, you know? Looks like ES is about to break up to the upside. 40, 50. I'm looking at the ask and the bid as well. If the bid's really taking over and driving it down, then, you know, we get more pull back to the downside. But so far, we're not really getting much action. Not getting much action. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit tempted to take a long here for the breakout, but something just said, "Hey, don't do it yet. Don't take that breakout just yet." My balance is a pretty healthy spot, so I'm not really too anxious to just get into a trade. You know, not really in such a rush, to be honest. The Bears gonna take control here. Did they finally get this breakout? Nope. 38, right back down. The Bulls and the Bears. The Bulls, the Bears. Do you have a little mini gap at 33? So is that gonna happen? Looking like we're finally getting this move up. We're at 36. Whoa. Yeah, the Bears are. I mean, there's not much action going on right now, but You can tell they definitely do not want it to go up above here. Bears are really holding on. 40 is holding on though, so which is great. The Bulls are just not relinquishing yet. So they're not done yet. 38 looking at the bid. Ask is at 40. They're keeping it within that range. I feel like at any moment now, the Bulls are just going to pop it up. Or it could just drop here. You know, it doesn't have to go up. Wait. Okay. We're holding at 38 to 40 level. The Bears are not bringing it down. I'm looking at the bid. They're keeping it above 40. Keeping it at above 40. That's what's happening. No movement yet. ES is just kind of stepping up. 38, 40 levels holding. So, questions, do the Bulls want? Okay, there we go. Looks like they might finally be making that move. But I mean, this is not much. We're not really getting any movement here. Sorry, you're not really entertaining right now. There's nothing. There ain't nothing. There ain't nothing happening. 39, 40, 39, 40, 39, 40, 39, 40, 39, 40. That's just what we're at. We're about to get the pop. One way or another. But the question is which way? Oh. Looks like the Bears are giving it up. Tough. I mean, Bulls. The Bears are coming in. But I'm talking like this is some kind of big movement. It's not really, though. Not much. It's a good thing I didn't go long there because would have definitely gotten stopped out. And that would have sucked. But it ain't. It ain't. Yeah, it hasn't even really moved 10 points. My base hits are 10 points in that area, so we're just in that realm. Okay, we might come down to 33. maybe even 30s. What a pullback. Yeah, we're not getting much. We are not getting much at all. Oh. Tell you what, I'm tired. I woke up this morning early to go to the gym. I'm tired. The only thing that sucks is waking up in the middle of the night to have to use the restroom. That really screws up my sleep schedule. Is that just me or is anybody else too? You know, just messes with the what do you call it, rhythm, whatever of the sleep, and I'm like, man, making it tough. Sorry, y'all, got to charge my phone. Just grabbing the cord for it. Also, stay hydrated. Here we go. We are now coming down to test VWAP. Let's see how we react to this. I wonder why VWAP is not popping up here. Do I not have VWAP on the freaking channels? No. I thought I had VWAP. Huh. I guess there's none. Yeah. Well, I guess never mind. I thought VWAP was back. I have it on my thing just because I kind of got grandfathered into it. But if you want VWAP, I guess on Tradevate, it's back to you gotta buy it. It's kind of like my opinion, but I guess that is what it is. This could be the VWAP play, but I'm not really wanting to play it. Might bite me, but I don't care. I just want to see how we react to this. There you go. There you go. There you go. I think that was the trade. Oh man, that was definitely the trade. Bummer. Well, it's not like we missed. This won't be the first time missing this opportunity. It's funny because I was like, man, it needs to come back to test VWAP over here. It didn't do it. Went back up, came down. And I was like, But what was that spike, dude? Is there news or something? What kind of BS is that? It just spiked up 20 points. That would have been pretty nice. Capturing 20 points. But unfortunately, I didn't, so it is what it is, right? Kind of thing. Don't really have an appetite to chase up here too. Although I probably could, but I don't want to. This spike was just, that was so unnatural. As soon as I said, well, I'm not going to take this VWAP trade, it's like, oh, well, he's not going to take it. Why don't we move up in the direction that he wanted? How about that? Make him regret it. Try to get him to FOMO in. Robert K, how's it going, man? Me, I have been trading for, I think this is my 5th year. Yeah, because I started. Yeah, I started back in 2021, so this is my 5th year trading. That's how long I've been trading for. Look at the market now; it's pulling back. Glad we didn't chase. Let the market do its thing. But what the heck? What was this spike all about? Anybody know that? I guess that was just like I know that they were gathering liquidity here, but all of a sudden just a spike. What the heck was that? I do want to check the news though. Let's see. My website that I use is investing.com. It's free. And let's go check out the economic calendar. I don't think we have foreign. Yeah, no, and not much. Tomorrow though, let's see what kind of news we have tomorrow. There's not much going on right now, so I'm not really gonna be just looking at the screen. I mean, this probably was the move. I said I wanted VWAP whenever it came over here, but I didn't take it here, so I want to change that. Tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls at an hour before market open. Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of 3 stars. We have core retail sales, we have retail sales, we have average hourly earnings, we have unemployment, non-farm payrolls. Yo, those are some big numbers. Those are some heavy hitters. That's 7:30. That's my time. 7:30 tomorrow. Ooh. Oh man. Is it just gonna cave now? Are we just gonna sell on here? Is that what's gonna happen? Yeah, it's kind of forming. I mean, if the Bulls can't hold it up here and the Bears take it back down here, not gonna be a good look for the Bulls. I kind of wish that we got the volatility that we were getting a couple of nights ago. Well, I guess the past couple of nights. It was pretty nice. I mean, you're talking about similar movement to like the New York Open, like the first hour of New York Open. That's where it's at. Also, y'all, if my mic is not loud enough, let me know. It's working on my end. Everything shows good, but I don't know. Hold on. All right, we're good. I sometimes forget to test my mic. I go for about like 30 minutes of talking, and then I'm like, wow, nobody heard what I said. And it's like, oops. Well, that was embarrassing. But chilling here. Is it equal highs? So 56. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. I mean, 40 points, 50, not impossible. But do we just chop tonight? Is that what's gonna happen? Not really getting any setups that I want. 5 minutes not looking too hot either for an entry to go long. And the VWAP bounce was really where it was at. But then again, nobody could have predicted it was just gonna automatically just move up 20 points instantly. Do a little instant transmission right there. Mm-mm-mm. Magic Montage, how's it going? Hello. Yeah, we're just creeping on down now, or we're gonna get this little stair stepper up. We're kind of in this little up range. I mean, draw it out. we're in this channel. So it's like, what's gonna happen here? Are we gonna come back down to VWAP again? Is that what's gonna happen? Kind of looking like it, to be honest. I'm not liking this price action. ES has a better, way better little bull flag, but it's just hovering between like a 4-point range. Watch me say it doesn't look good, and then all of a sudden it just keeps shooting up again. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, anytime a trade looks too perfect and I don't take it, it goes the way I want it to. But whenever I take a trade, I'm like, oh, this isn't my setup. You know, it's requirements, the criteria is met. Let me go in. Nope, automatically stopped out. Which symbols do you usually trade? Right now, I'm only trading NASDAQ and Q. I used to trade ES whenever I first started out, but then I moved on to NASDAQ. And I was like, dude, I love this kind of volatility. I want to get it in and out. Because ES was just a little bit too slow for my appetite, but maybe I need to move back to ES. Because the more I trade NASDAQ, the more it's just like, man, sometimes don't really get clean movement. Versus, you know, the other symbols, other equities or whatever, indices, they have sometimes a cleaner move, which would be better for, you know, trading, just being a little bit more chill. But NASDAQ, man, especially when it's super volatile, you better hope that, you know, you're either trading the micro NASDAQ or you're on the right side, because being the wrong side can kill you instantly. Right now, I am trading fundeds. I'm trading a funded Apex account right now. So this is my current balance. I'll show you guys. It's at 52,148.50. Oh man. What did I tell you guys? When it looks too good and I don't take it, look what happens. It goes the way that I want it to. Either way, I started out, you're probably wondering why. Why don't you trade a live account? The reason why is because I started out with a live account. I just burned myself and then found a prop firm trading, which prop firm trading is great. The reason why I'm trading this right now is because I want to just build more capital so that I can go back onto a live account. If you know what I mean. But I think eventually I would you know, want to go back to a live account. To be honest, there's no point. I mean, well, I don't want to say it that way. You know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut and I'm going to keep this opinion to myself. But when I get enough money, I do want to build my live account and build it from there. Right? But I love prop firms. Just, you know, obviously you're paying money. And even though it's a funded account, it's not really live. But I mean, that doesn't matter to me. All I care about is, one, am I going to get paid? And that's my biggest thing. You know, magic montage, I'm going to keep that to myself. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to say and, you know, give up my my thoughts. You know, some things are just better left unsaid, you know. Sometimes some people don't need to hear the truth. And, you know, I just want to, you know, I'll keep that to myself. Maybe one day I'll come clean. But maybe not. Step away. Oh, nice. So back to live roamer. Are you trading futures with your live, or are you doing like options or like calls and puts, whatever? I'm pretty sure that's options. But yeah, I mean, prop firms with their rules and stuff, dude, it will definitely mess with your mind. I mean, I'm not gonna even lie, futures. Okay, nice. Nasdaq. Dang, so you must have some cash then, because I know whenever I first started, I think you needed $1,000. That's the baseline to trade Nasdaq. I don't know if it's gone up now, and that was with. Oh man, look, we're going up. That was with Trade of Eight. Whenever I started trading futures, 1 micro. Oh, so you have about five. Okay, smart. Which I mean, do 1 micro. I mean, look, anybody that makes fun of micros, you can do a lot of damage with it. No hate at all, dude. I love micros. Now, do I trade micros? Not right now, but micros are definitely good. Especially I think if you're on your live account. But yeah, going back to the prop firms, when their rules and stuff, it really messes with your mind as well. Like the psychology, it's definitely different. And live too, right? Live space is a little bit different. I know that the fills are a little bit more different as well. The live market fills are just kind of its own little beast. But for me personally, I just need to build capital first. And I do want to build a live account too. But right now, definitely want to utilize the prop firms while they're still here. And that's just, my opinion, right? Everybody's entitled to their own. We're moving on up, looking at the market above 60. So, do the bulls continue this trend and attack the highs up here at 20? I mean, basically 100 up to 120. I don't know. I think the past couple of nights we've just really been selling, so I think the bulls want to come back and really take control, kind of squeeze it up for the night. I will say though, even though I just trade Nasdaq now, I might maybe start looking into trading gold, because I think gold during the Asia session, from what I've seen, from my own experiences, right? Not what I've was told, but from what I've experienced, is that trading gold in the Asia session is where it's at. Even though the movement is low, it's like you can get in and really just hold it overnight. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys have traded it before, but I think gold is more trendy overnight, so where you can like really just place and trade and go to sleep. Which if you do that, to be honest, I don't know how you do that, dude. If I put a trade on and I physically see that I put a trade on, I will be thinking about that trade all night. I've done it before too, where I was trying to pass some evaluation accounts. Sorry, I'll share a story. So this is back whenever I was trading with TopStep and I wanted to pass an evaluation account. I was just getting burned up on night. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to full port. And when I wake up, I'm going to just, see what it does. But literally put on a trade, went to sleep, woke up, back up at like midnight, checked the trade. I was like, all right, looks like I'm still in it. And then I went to sleep and woke up like 4 hours later to a past account. I was like, let's go. But unfortunately, I wish that story had a good ending, but I blew that account. I blew that quicker than I got it. I was like, oh man, bummer. But when has anybody never ever blown a funded account, right? And not only have I blown funded account, I've blown live accounts as well. My first ever live trade, I remember it was $2,000 of my own money that I put in. Then I really got the beginner's luck. I was actually trading ES. My very first trade ever, I remember so vividly because I took one ES contract. It went up and I was up about $600. I got greedy, didn't take it. Well, actually, I think it was $600. I ended up only taking on like 300 or maybe 200 because I got greedy. Stupidest thing ever. And then after that, it just took a hard nosedive down, and I went through all the trials and tribulations that everybody goes through. But I'm still here, right? That's what matters. I remember because on a live account, you have to, for the micros, I think you have to have $500 to trade. I think with ES or something, but I can't remember how much funds you need. But either way, no, I think ES is $100. But I just kept loading up money over 500 because like, man, I gotta get money in, and just kept blowing money. Yeah, 30. I think I've blown more than that, to be honest. I've blown so many. But yeah, dude, I mean, blowing accounts is part of the process. I remember blowing though my very first ever like funded account, dude. That was with Top Step, and that was like detrimental because I worked so hard to get that account only to blow it, and I was like, dude, my life is over. Because whenever I first got it, I was like, oh, my life's gonna change. I'm funded traded now. Like I'm gonna start making $2,000 a month, and it's gonna be easy peasy. You know, sure enough, 4 years later, which I'm making money now. I'm funded accounts, okay? Like I'm making money now. Yeah, dude. I mean, for real, blowing accounts is inevitable, dude. It's just learning to trade. It's part of the process, and it does suck too, though. Like it really, really sucks to blow an account, especially when you have money in there that you're in for like a huge buffer. And I just have so many stories to share you guys. But after I blew my first funded, I'm glad I didn't quit though, to be honest. Yeah, it can be tough because with prop firms, I mean, obviously their rules are there in place to. This is my opinion, but to kind of protect them as well. And overall, I don't mind it, but it definitely does screw with your mindset as well. Because when you have so many rules in place that you got to hit, like I got to make X amount of dollars a day, which right now, some of the firms, I've gotten accustomed to it. It probably would have been different if it was like 4 years ago whenever I first started. But for me right now, like some of these requirements, like with Apex, they require you to make $250. Top Step, I think it's 150. And then I have another um, funding evaluation account, funded account coming on the way. I'm just not haven't traded yet. But overall, yeah, rules definitely can hurt. Yep, exactly. Magic Montage. They're there to make money, and I don't blame them. If I were them, shoot, I want to protect my profits and make money. But on the other side, I'm a trader. I'm here to try to make money, right? I want to make as much money as I can with the utilization of prop firms. Yep. I mean, I'm right there with you, Magic. Unless you are a really good trader, because the stats are true though. A lot of traders are not profitable. I mean, I'm not profitable yet. I'm just gonna be very honest with you guys. I have gotten payouts in the five figures, right? I think my first ever payout was 5,600, and I've made over $40,000 last year. But I say that to say that if you are actually a very very profitable trader, you're that 1%. I think the prop firms do want that, but it's just really hard to find those people. It's clear you just have to find. Yeah, exactly. You know, play by the rules, and I'd say this to. I'll just say like, don't try to game the system with the prop firms, right? Right now, at least for other prop firm traders, prop firms are really good. Now, they don't want us to win. It's true, unless you're really, really good. But I mean, you can make a lot of money from prop firms. So, I say just play the game. Sometimes you just gotta play the game. And people blowing accounts, they definitely make a lot of money off of that. Especially those resets. I mean, look, people are going to blow up, and I'm guilty of this as well. Where you blow an account, you're emotional, and you're like, dude, like, man, I gotta get back in. That was stupid trade. Like, I got stopped out. The worst is whenever you either blow an evaluation, which blowing evaluations are really, to be honest, nothing to me at this point. But blowing a funded account, you like you blew it, but the only reason why, you know, you might have blown the account was because you got bottom ticked or top ticked, and you're like, dude, this is some BS. I'm gonna get right back in. Let me reset my account because this trade is still valid. And then you just go down the rabbit hole of spending money and really just lose all that money. I've done that too, right? So I can share the experiences, but it's tough. If you are really, really patient though, I mean, doing a live account is definitely the way. If you can truly build your live account, just take it slow and steady. I mean, sky's the limit on that, you know. It's kind of crazy. Which I eventually, like I said, I will get back to it, but I just need to get the funds. Especially trading, I think I don't know what the if it's gone up, but I'm pretty sure TradeAway still said it. You need $1,000 to trade the just regular Nasdaq. But even if I had $1,000, I would probably just trade the micros to be honest, and just build it slowly. Yeah, Tom Hogard, I think a very well known guy in the trading industry. 100%. He's a really like chill guy too, Tom Hogard. I think his strategy is I don't haven't really fully done my research into him, but I know that I've seen a lot of his videos. I know that he's one of the legit traders, and I've watched some of his videos before too. So I got respect for the guy. Haven't met him in person, but seen enough on him to believe that he knows what he's talking about. I think he was one of the old guys that used to trade in the pits. I can't imagine what it's like to trade in the pits where you're having to yell at each other and learn a whole language. But what we have now is super nice, super super great. I can be at home and I can be trading on my computer or on my phone. And to be honest, I love being able to trade on my phone too. That's normally what I'm doing, to be honest, just trading my phone. Even if I'm at home sometimes, whenever if I'm not streaming, I might be on my phone and just taking trades because I really don't need all of these monitors and screens. I just can look at one and flip back between the two. You've been long since 16. I'm assuming you're on East Coast, so 16. Dang, so you've been long around here? Yeah, 13. Yeah, that's funny, bro. Romer, it's funny. I was tempted to take it long here, right? And I was kind of saying at the beginning of the stream, like, if it bounced off VWAP, because VWAP was around this level, it went up, came back, touched down, and now we're just rocketing up. Dude, you're banking them, man. You're up what? 30 points? Yeah, Magic Montage. Phone is way, dude. Honestly, like I never thought I would do it, but I mean, dude, just having access to be able to trade on your phone is pretty great. But on my phone, I find myself taking trades. Yeah. I mean, don't we all though, right? We've all been there taking trades that you shouldn't. To be honest, the thing is like I don't know if you guys kind of share this feeling as well, whatever. But for me, once I make profit, I gotta walk away, and I can't have any sort of like you know chart open up because if a chart is open in front of me, I might be more than half the time tempted to take a trade that I think is happening there because it's part of my setup, only for it to burn me because I'm like, oh, I got greedy. Yeah, I mean, right, Magic. It's probably just my roamer. I'm telling you what, because like out of sight, out of mind. Because it's so easy just to turn on your phone and be like, oh, let me go on the web, internet. Let me just open up my phone. Then all of a sudden you're on TradeAway or whichever app you use, and you're like, man, I'm in a trade that I shouldn't be in. Right? You take a loss. You're like, well, you know what? I can make this back, and then you end up going down this rabbit hole where you were up like $1,000, and now you ended the day only up 2 cents, and you're like, what was I doing? That's the tough part. But again, it's really just it boils down to your mentality, right? You just gotta control your mind, and a lot easier said than done sometimes. But just be like, hey, I'm not gonna get on, which I've learned to really control myself. But being able to train your phone is definitely a blessing. I think it was one of the greatest thing because I don't have to be at a computer. If I had to be on a computer to trade, man, I'd be toast. Like the reason why I use Tradeovate is because I don't use Tradeovate's app because their app sucks, to be honest. I use their web page on my like Google search engine, which it still does the job. It's nice, super neat. I can still do all I need, and I don't need to draw anything too. I know I have indicators, but only ones that I really use are VWAP and pivot points. But other than that, I'm all price action. Just looking at where the market's going and kind of just getting a read for it from there. And I can zoom out and really look at the levels. So really good. Thank you, live stream. Yeah. Nah, thank you, Romer, for tuning in. Appreciate all y'all to tune in. Yeah. As far as channel, I've been here for a bit. I've just been lazy. I'm gonna be honest with like getting onto live streams and posting. So I've been here on here for a bit. But as far as like live streaming, I guess Asia, I guess you could say new. I mean, you know what? Screw it. I am new, right? Because I have been lazy. So you are right. Just trying to get more active in this community as well. And plus, whenever I'm streaming, I've noticed that I'm a little bit more disciplined because I don't want to look like an idiot in front of the whole world. So I'm like, you know what? Let's be smart about my trades. Versus whenever I'm on my own, sometimes I'm like, I could be a degen, but being a degenerate on stream in front of everybody, it kind of be a little bit tough. Although I have done that as well, right? I'm not gonna hide the fact from you guys. You know, in the spirit of full transparency, I have full ported many times before, and you know, sometimes I have not. Yeah, dude. Asia session is pretty nice at times. The past couple of nights, though, we have had pretty good movement. So it's kind of wild to see that. Well, not wild. It kind of sucks that we're really coming back to the typical Asia session where it's slow, choppy, watching paint dry. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, Romer. You know, taking trades that, you know, really are in the setup, right? And the thing is, like, what I'm trying to grasp, just get a better grasp now, is that taking a trade with my setup, but being okay taking the loss, and instead of viewing it as like, oh man, this loss sucks. It's like, oh, okay, why did I lost, but I took a trade, right, in my setup. At the end of the day, that should be considered a win, right? But obviously, we're humans and we have emotions, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, shoot, I took a loss. I'm gonna get that back. Just give me 10 points. Come on, give me 10 points. Give me just a little bit. I need $2 to get back into the green. Oh man, for me, the biggest thing right now is just struggling with greed. Oh man, like that's the biggest killer right now. And greed is always there. It's never gonna disappear. And to be honest, that's really the downfall of so many of my accounts. Because I had a payout lined up. I remember this is just this week too. You know, well, last week I think, whereas this week I can't remember. But I had a payout lined out. I had a payout lined out. Well, I can't speak right now, but it was $660 that I could have taken. I wanted to get an extra 300, and I ended up pushing that all the way to blowing it. All because I wanted that extra 300. So I mean, you know, greed is the number one killer. There's a saying that the bulls make money, the bears make money, but the pigs get slaughtered. I'm like, you know, you hear that and you're like, oh well, I guess I was a pig that day. Dude, these counters seem like they're big, but I'm like, I get a spike. I'm like, oh, we're finally getting some movement here. Nah, we're only going like 5 points. Stuck in this little 10-point range. Sorry, y'all. There's no mic on this. I mean, there's no mute on this mic. It's a very good mic. It's a Rode Pod mic, super solid. It was like $100. So like, really really solid mic, but it just doesn't have a mute, which is a little bit unfortunate. So if you see me like moving my little like mic arm around, that's the reason why, because I just need a cough or something. Yeah, dude. Especially when it comes to prop firm, I mean, you can really, it's really, really easy to just be like, dude, because it's not, technically, it's not your money, right? So it's like, not my money, not my problem. I'm going to swing for the fences and I want to make money, right? And so, like, trying to fight against that mindset, I think everybody else, I don't know the stats, but I'm pretty sure every single trader goes through it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, trading live and on a prop firm definitely is different. The psychology, it definitely is different. But I will say too, when you're taking a loss on your live, it almost kind of hurts a little bit more. I don't know about you, Romer, but for me, whenever I took a loss, I was like, dude, I just actually lost that money. Unless I was in the negative, like unless I was in the positive, then I give back a little bit of gains. But if you take a loss right out the gate, that's real money. There's no insurance, you know. But I mean, every single industry has its ups and downs. I'm not gonna just sit here and like say, oh, prop firms are better, lives better. You know, it's just a different mindset. Yeah, what kind of junk is this? How many people are trying to short here and getting just squeezed out? But greed is the number one killer, man. Because here's the thing: is you can take a loss and be okay with it, or you can take a loss, be greedy, and want to get your losses back, and you end up blowing your account because you wanted to get the losses back. Sound familiar? Anybody? Just me? Just me? Kind of like that. But overall, man, we're not getting any movement. I think the only opportunity I had was to get down here at this, to be honest. Because this is kind of tricky to trade now. I mean, we're just kind of stair stepping up. And whenever the market stair steps like this, I absolutely just hate it. Because we're not getting much like movement, right? So it's like, what? Do I go short here and try to see comeback? I mean, it could happen, right? This little just move up. But then again, we're not getting much action. So I don't want to just sit in a trade and let it marinate. Like every tick is being monitored, and it's like if it moves in the wrong direction against you, you get a little bit of a heart spike. When it goes in the right one, you kind of get like, like, oh, I can be a little relaxed. Oh, look at that. I mean, hundreds is coming up in sight. It's just slowly making its way up. That's a smart way to do it, Romer. The beautiful thing about live account is that when you make money, though, the good side of it, when you take a loss, it hurts a little bit more than take on losing on a profit. But when you make money on a live account, it's not financial advice. Everybody out there that is listening, it feels a little bit better because you make money on your live. It's like that is actually your money. You don't have to make a required amount of funds each day. You don't have to make $100, $200 daily to be considered, a trading day. You don't have to worry about, oh, man, I got to trade under 4 days to get a payout. No, it's your money. It's in your live account. It's you and your personal. That's the beauty of trading live. Is if you make that money, you made 20K, obviously, console your tax control, whatever. But, if you take money out, you will get taxed. But it's you know, it's amazing to be able to live account to make money. Now, always ups and downs. You just got to find the equal balance. It's like, you got to weigh out the options. Do I want a personal account? Just really make my own money? Because the sky's the limit, like I said. That's your money. Versus when you make money on a prop firm, until you get to the payout and the money is in your bank account, it really doesn't feel real until it hits your account. Because I know some prop firms offer like a wallet system to where, you know, you can withdraw the money to your account and then have it sit in there. But for me, I'm like, I don't really consider any of this making money. I could make $1,000 right now, guys. I could full port, but I mean, I wouldn't go around telling people that, oh, I made $1,000 until I actually take the payout. Unless I'm just, trying to rage bait or get some clickbait views and be like, oh, I made $3,000. But when it comes to prop firm trading, it's just, I don't really like to claim the money, especially when people that know me ask, like, how much money you made from day trading? Like, I'm not going to tell them that, hey, yeah, I made $2,000 a day. Sometimes I might if I want like an ego boost. I'm not going to lie. But for the most part, if I know them personally, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just said it was good, until I get the payout. Because if you don't get that payout in a prop firm, then it doesn't matter. Not at all. Because I've made well over 10 grand before. Shoot, my biggest trade is logged on my channel as well. $7,000, but out of that 7,000, I only saw half of it. Well, I saw like 5,000. We'll say that because I pushed it up to 3,000, 10,000. But either way, yeah, Romer, dopamine addict, dude. That's where it's at. Sometimes it can be good or bad. Can be good or bad. What's crazy too though is that I remember being a teenager, seeing videos about like you see videos of like Forex people and stuff, and that was my little, I guess, entry into it, which I didn't realize until like way after I graduated and got into the workforce. But I was like, I remember as a kid, a teenager, I was like, I'm never gonna day trade to be those people. But here I am. Here I am. Kind of crazy. I was originally gonna start on options and like kind of start like on small caps. Dang, dude, you're 19. Shoot, I'm an uncle then, dude. Dang. All right, well, I was a little bit younger than you. I was like probably 6 years younger. All right, way younger. So, young gun. That's smart, man. Romer, I mean, you're starting now, dude. Dude, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go, right? I never want to guarantee that you're gonna. I don't. You can't guarantee anything, but I'm telling you this right now, that dude, you're that young and trading, that is amazing. I I don't think I would have started soon either way, but I look back and I'm like, man, if I had the knowledge that futures existed like this, whenever I was a teenager, you know, I would have started then, because you have so much more potential and you can learn, dude. Like by the time, shoot, who knows? By the time you're like 20, 21, 23, dude, you could be a full time trader. You could be making in the six figures. You trade smart. You be smart about it. You don't get greedy. You're patient. You become the literal definition of what everybody talks online of. What makes a trader good. You become that person, dude. In your 20s, even like by your mid 20s, you could be a free man from a job. That's the best thing about starting young. I would say take advantage of it, dude. Any chance you can get, just which I'm probably preaching to the choir, but I mean when you got potential, sky's the limit. You can make a lot of money. I don't know if you're going to college either, but I mean, shoot, you make enough money by the time you're 21, 22. Your other colleagues are just now graduating college with six figures in debt while you're making six figures. Dude, that's a game changer, man. I'll tell you. For me though, I'm in my mid 20s, so I'm an unk nowadays, right? I guess. To you youngins, Gen Z. Well, I guess technically I guess I'm borderline almost Gen Z, but I kind of have the old man kind of headset, mindset, not headset. What am I freaking doing? Headset's a freaking microphone. I mean, the little things you put in your heads. You see, I'm like an old man right now. Doesn't mean I'm not good with technology, though. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, dude, I appreciate it. I mean, I still consider myself young, too. There's still a lot to go. Being 19, dude, you have a lot of potential, man. Especially coming into this space, it's like the best time to do it. And trading works, you know. The thing is, I will say this: many things out there work. You know, it just depends on you, right? Like a strategy. Let's make an analogy here. You know, a lot of people want to say, "Oh, trading doesn't work." Guess what else doesn't work? Real estate doesn't work. Guess what else doesn't work? YouTube doesn't work. Guess what else doesn't work? Drop shipping doesn't work. Guess what else doesn't work? Blah blah blah. And you know, there is everything works if you want it to work, right? There's no reason if it's been done before, it's possible. Yeah, man. Dude, so many young guys out there that are selling courses, and you can tell, I mean, they all do the same thing. Like, come on, guys. You're all literally in these flashy cars, Lambos, whatever, you know. I'm not going to say Bugatti because there's no way you can rent one. Those things are very, very expensive. And I don't think they would let you rent one. But either way, you know, the ones that sell courses, I feel bad too because there actually are legit people out there that actually are legit traders that, you know, are selling courses and they are being punished because you got a bunch of morons that are just trying to game the system and squeeze out, you know, squeeze people of their money because those people get lumped in. It doesn't matter if you're good, you automatically just get lumped in with the bad. And that's just the world that we live in. But yeah, dude, a lot of people trying to sell courses. There's so much that has gone on, dude, within like in the training space, which is toxic in any other field out there. But people getting exposed left and right. You know, we're in a day and age where people are not taking your crap anymore. If you're fake, you will get exposed very quick. You know, if you want to make it in the industry, just be a good person, be transparent. You know, don't do anything stupid. If you're gonna claim something, you better back it up, have the proof. And that's just kind of how I, you know, kind of how I'm operating. Yeah, right there, dude. And the skill set is really just a mindset, getting it down, iron out. But you know, if you gotta really, really, you know, it doesn't even matter to be honest. You know what? Let's not just dog the young people. I feel like that's just bad, right? Because technically, we're still young, right? Not even I'm not even in my I'm like in my mid 20s. So either way, it can be older people too. But someone that claims to be profitable when they come in, just like 2 months into it, you know, like oh, buy my course, I'm profitable, and all they show is their winners. It's tough, man. And even the older folks do it too. It doesn't matter. I think it's just the type of person, right, that really just loves money, and all they're gonna do is just Sorry, this light is really bright. I'm like, man, I need a better lighting. Maybe that's what I'll look into buying. But either way, um, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. People in courses. Yeah, I think, and the easiest thing too to prove that you are good, if you have a course, just show us your statements. Show us your broker statements. It's that simple, right? If you are profitable, and I get it. Some people out there are like, actually, I don't get it. If here's my take. If you have a course and someone asks you to show your broker statements, you should automatically just show them. It shouldn't matter to you because one, if if you're legit like you say you are, it shouldn't matter to you to just be like, here's my broker statement, right? Like, what do you have to hide? People already know that you make millions of dollars. You know, like, what are you so afraid of to hide? You can cross out your, you know, private information, but show your broker statements. Yeah, dude. I mean, I agree. Some people think that they're profitable when they're not. And it can be easy to fall into that trap, right? Like, oh, I've gone to payouts and, prop firms, or like I've made money on live account. I took this one trade that made me, $2,000, and like, dog, no, it's being profitable is over time, which I'm not even at that level yet, to be honest. I am barely, barely break even if I had to, mid, not profitable, but I'm not losing as much money as I did my first year. Like I'm actually making monies to cover up my losses, but I'm not profitable yet. I'm not. Yeah, you know, if you're legit, just show you. Like just show your broker statements. There's nothing to hide, and that's when like it gets fidgety when people are like, oh well, it's my private information. Like dog, if you are selling a course, we know that you make money, right? Course sellers out there are known to make money, not from trading, but from making money on courses. So it's like, what do you have to hide? And especially if you're flaunting yourself driving in a Lamborghini, my guy, if that is really yours, we know how much like those cost. They're not cheap, right? You can't just pull 250K out of your rear end and buy it. Like we know you have money, so you don't need to hide your broker statements. The only time you hide it is because you're not legit, Roma, that's great. You know, hey, 1.5 months, that is really good, especially since you've been training on your live account. That is really solid. I mean, keep it up, to be honest, and take it 1 month at a time. If you can be profitable the next month too, just keep taking it. That's really good. Shoot, I was profitable on live for 1 day. After that, just took a nosedive. But I mean, at the end of the year, dude, that's where it's at. But if you're making money from live, just keep doing what you're doing, dude. I'm telling you, having a live account is really different in the sense of like, if you're actually making money on a live account, that's kind of where it's at. But like I said, nothing against prop firms too. Both have their pros and both have their cons. See, let's take a look at the market. And we're just still kind of grinding up. Kind of setting up for a bull flag up here, to be honest, from what it looks like. But we're not really getting much movement. With the way I trade, I like taking base hits. So let me put this down here so I don't get filled in. This is normally my setup. So I have a 41 tick profit and a 50 tick stop loss. So it's a negative R&R, but for me, that it works out perfectly. My base hits, that's my bread and butter. Doesn't mean that, sometimes I won't swing for the fences. If I see good movement, dude, I'll move it out. But for now, with the way we're moving, I don't want to just sit in this trade for like minutes and minutes and just get filled out for 10 points. But this is my mentality. Like I said, though, I kind of switch it up sometimes. Sometimes I'll take base hits. And really, thing is, I'm just trying to adapt to the market that I'm given on that day. Because for me, right, as a day trader, I'm not a swing trader. So I'm not here to hold for a long time. I'm here to get in and out. I want to take my scalps, I want to take my money, and I want to bounce. I don't want to have to sit in front of a screen for hours and hours on time. I do, though, want to get more funded accounts. Once I get more funded accounts, I mean, it's going to be a lot better. More so of a, like more of a kind of relaxing mindset and be like, okay, I'll just make $200 because they do add up, you know. But when the opportunity is there to swing for the fences, oh, you best think you best bet I'm taking that. That's smart, Romer. That's the way to do it, especially with micros, letting runners. For me, oh, it's I struggle with too. I struggle letting my runners run Because I'm like, every time, well, I wouldn't say every time, but I guess I've just been burned so much in the past. And I'm like, oh man, yo, this light is really, really bright. Hold on. Let me adjust it, dude, so you guys are not having to. Is that better? It was just beaming right in my face. Okay. I think that's a little bit better. You guys don't have to just see my white face. Like, dude, I'm Asian, man. I'm yellow. It shouldn't be white. I'm not racist, okay? Just a joke. Everybody calm down. But it was definitely overexposed. Yeah. The best thing though is catching a runner, dude. When you can catch, when I catch a runner, it is the best feeling. Because let's say that I think you're still holding on to your trade, right, Romer? Because you took a trade at 616, so you're still down here, bro. Like that's insane. When you catch a really good trade like this, and it goes in your favor, you can just really trail it, and you're just like, oh, like dude, it's a risk-free trade. I love risk-free trades, and you're just like, oh, well, now I can just go chill. Now, are you? I'm assuming that was a trade on your live account, right? That you took 16. That was perfect entry too. I mean, I don't know what you're into that, but I mean, hindsight, you're doing great. Magic. I live in. Are you talking about the country, or are you talking about the state? Because I'm here in the U.S. and I live in Midwest state country. So I live here in the good old state of actually, do I want to say it? Do I want to mention my state? Kind of private stuff, Magic. I don't know if you're, some kind of stripper stalker that, wants to stalk me. I don't want that. I'm just kidding. Ohio. I live here in the good old state of Arkansas. Arkansas. Man, you're up Ohio, dude. Is it? I think Ohio's getting beaten by weather, right? Oh, y'all gets 87. Yeah. What about you, Magic? I'm assuming you're in the U.S. as well, Magic, from the Netherlands. Oh, dude, are you for real, Romer? You actually from the Netherlands? Because if so, dude, that's pretty dope, man. No way, dude. There's no way you both are from the Netherlands, dude. What is what is the coincidence? 124 is that? Oh, AM. Yeah. Oh, dang, dude. Wait, I'm assuming. I think you guys. I think the Netherlands. I think you guys are ahead of us, right? Like you guys are. Your time is ahead of us or behind us. Nah, there's no way you're behind us. So you are in. Yeah, dude. So you're ahead of us in time. So it's Friday for you guys. Yeah. Wait. Do you work? What are you doing up so late at night? 1:24 in the morning? I mean, thank you for tuning into my stream. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't tune in, but man, I'm pretty sure Fridays are work days, and not. Don't you need to sleep? Dog, I would be. I've done it before, right? I'm not a wuss, but I mean, shoot, staying up that late and going to work, I'm like dead tired sometimes. Wake up at 7. Hey, respect though. You know what? This is the grind, Magic. Watching me grind. That's where it's at. Staying late, making it happen. Although, dude, because I remember I actually so I've visited like Switzerland and France. That channel's on my YouTube, but like trading overseas and not being alive to U.S. time because I'm kind of spoiled because obviously I'm here in the U.S. so I get to wake up and trade at the times that the U.S. opens with New York, right? But man, I can't imagine just having to wake up at all times. Let's see, you wake up. I think China is like 12 hours ahead or something. Like they gotta wake up and whenever it's morning for us, it's night for them. So they're having to trade at night for their sessions. Oh, nice, Robert. Are you a cook or do you work in like as a waiter? Oh, I go to school. We got a young crew in here then. Got a bunch of young cats. Yo, look at this pullback though. 15 points, 30. Maybe I really should have taken a short there. Who knows? Cook. Okay. Nice. I think that was my first job, my first ever job as a teenager, working at a pizza restaurant. Honestly, it was a really good job too. I'm not gonna lie. My boss there was super chill, super cool. It was a great time, but I've moved on. I am now in the corporate arena. And if you guys see memes about the corporate arena, I mean memes, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Listen very closely. Y'all do not want to get into the corporate world. If you can make money, become a full time trader. If you guys are like in your teens, whatever, just like early 20s, make your money and become a free man as soon as possible. Would Benji mate? All right, you guys speaking in Morse code or something? What's the actually now I'm curious. What's the language for the Netherlands? What do you call it? I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't know, right? Spoken in- Oh, I'm freaking yo. I'm dumb. Yeah, Dutch. You know what's crazy is back whenever I was in high school, I sound like an. I literally sound so old. This is bad. I'm not even. I'm still in my mid 20s, y'all. Okay, I'm still young, but we actually had a transfer student from the Netherlands too. So yeah, Dutch. Hello. I remember, man. I don't even remember because I took German. I think Dutch. It's not German, right? It's kind of similar, but it's different. But oh, I don't remember the sayings now in Dutch. Some of the things that I've learned, but I do have a couple buddies here that are Amish that can speak a bit of Dutch. Deutsch. It's not Deutschland, is it? I think Deutschland is something different. And if I said it wrong, if I pronounced it wrong, and it's a bad word, I'm sorry. But hey, man, I'm Asian. I speak the Asian language. Which you think that I would do great in this session, right? Because I'm Asian. This is an Asian session. Should be great. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But I mean, there are some, I guess, phrases or words, right, that you guys can understand. If someone like, if someone German came up and spoke to you guys would understand a little bit of it. Not all of it, but I guess just a little bit. Yeah. It's like I guess you would say, not really a different dialect. I know it's different in total, right? But yeah, but it's great, dude. We got people from Netherlands tuning in. Definitely love seeing people outside of the outside of the US, or like people just from around the world. Tell you what, I love traveling and I definitely want to go out and travel more. It's such a typical American thing to do, but I just want to diversify my culture, kind of learn about something else. Let's take a look at the market though. This pullback has just been teetering down. So do we just fall here now? Is that what's gonna happen? Market is just gonna tank. ES is pulling back as well, so I mean looking like it's probably setting up for kind of a flag. But this is not really a good flag. This is a really deep pullback. Not really not the best, but I think it was kind of granted to expected to happen. I'm surprised we didn't hit 100 though. I mean, I would imagine we're probably gonna have a lot of volatility and a lot of fight battle trying to break it. Bears don't want him to go above. Ooh, breaking down, break it down. Yeesh. '70s. Looks like we're holding up here. '70s. '80s is holding us down. So kind of looking. I think if we can chop here and go up, but oh, yo, we're just coming down now. Is it really just gonna die here? Let's take a look at the daily chart. Gonna open that on my other screen. Yeah, hundreds. Hmm. Okay. Pushing back up to the '80s. Not getting much movement. Although, if you guys are wondering, I know that my balance is showing, but this is where I'm standing. No trade so far tonight. And the balance on this account is at 52. Or we're not going to ignore the 5. This is the real balance. So $2,148.50 is the current balance in this funded account. So I'm over the basically the threshold. So just want to log in a couple more days. This one, it's been 3 days so far. I've only been trading for 3 days. So it was kind of trading not very heavy on sizing because I'm kind of limited, but I was kind of a little bit aggressive as well with getting in my trades. But I've had this for 3 days, so I just need to realistically trade another 2 more days, get above 52,600. But I want to try to get to the max payout. I'm gonna be try to be as patient as possible and not be a moron. But even if I don't get to 1,500, I'm probably just gonna take out whatever I can, and even if it's just $1,000, that's super solid. Puts me above because I'm above the buffer. That's really what I was aiming for, is trying to get above the 2,000 buffer, or technically 2,100 is what you need to be at. But I want to get there as soon as possible. It's not really the best mindset, but taking careful trades, just get there, and then from there on, kind of coast it. That's kind of how I like to do it. Just taking it a little bit easy, one step at a time. And then I do have another funded account that will be activating on Monday. I passed the eval on that a couple nights ago, so I'm just flip trading now. But right now, trading this funded, I definitely want to max out my funded accounts with Apex. I used to trade with them, and then I walked away from them because, long story short, I was denied. There were just too many rules that I really didn't understand, and I was like, dude, I don't want to have to spend so much time trading and being worried about breaking a rule to where it was affecting my trading. Oh shoot, here we go. We're moving back up. But just being with their rules now are much better. But they're not my number one prop firm. There's another one. I just won't mention them because I'm not affiliated with the other one. I'm like, yo, dog, if you I'm being a little bit petty. If you want me to talk about you, gotta give me the code. Gotta give me the juice. Push above 80. Did they close above 80? Just takes to get about 2 more minutes until the next candle. $25.57. Oh, because you're trailing it, right? 57, 20, 50. So right under VWAP. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Let's see, you're trading one micro, so I don't want one micro's 20, so let's see. Let's do the math. How much are you up, Romer? Because I know it's $2 per tick and one micro times. So if you got in, let's say theoretically a 615, you got in around here. So 40, we're now 80, 40. Oh, so you're up $80? Dude, solid. Yeah. Super solid, man. I mean, you're in a risk-free trade, and here's the thing: there's no intraday drawdown on your live account. So, dude, even if you get stopped out, you're banking. You're making money. That's where it's at, dude. Honestly, I probably should just. I have the funds. I could start like a small micro account, which is very possible. You know, I keep telling myself that I need capital, which this is just advice to me, not financial advice, y'all. But I could definitely build a small account up, dude. And if you can't build a small account up, what makes you think you're gonna make more money? Sorry, excuse me. What makes you think you're gonna make money with more money, right? Yeah, dude. Magic montage, dude. Have a good night, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you tuning in. Get your rest. You gotta wake up in about 6 hours. Keep on grinding. But to be honest, I think I might call it here too. I don't see any more trades set up. Really, like the trade that I wanted was kind of back here off the VWAP bounds. I missed it because I was a little bit chicken to get in, but I think this is a point call. So no trades tonight. Really nothing that I wanted to take. But overall, you guys tuned in. Appreciate you guys tuning in as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell because I am going live more often. But other than that, y'all have a good rest of your night. Be smart about your trading.